Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel for war number 8 of season 44. Today we're taking on JA, an alliance that I have never beaten as a member of SSX, and these guys are officially my least favorite alliance because they did me dirty and banned my Void from attack phase. So we are going in without my primary war attacker this season, instead going in with Silk, rank 5 Archangel, and Magneto for some pre-fights. Starting out here on path 8, we have a Mojo. On node 8, a rank 4 Mojo only, so rather than opt for the mega damage Silk rotation here, I think we just settle for basic combos with the heavy, of course, and then a special 2 is going to end the fight here. The nodes, I don't really even know what they do. I think the no-hit mercy gives him that cruelty buff there, and he can crit through your block if he hits you there, but other than that initial parry, I don't think we take any other hits or even any blocked hits the rest of this fight here. And you can see like Mojo's decreased physical resistance as part of his base kit really kind of plays into Silk here because her damage is all physical, and the burst damage from the special 2 here that we're about to hit him with is physical as well, and that is going to end up finishing the fight. And we heal up enough from Salve to get us back to a yellow bar. That's also very good. Moving on, we have this Nick Fury on 17. Couple nodes here that are going to give him some Furies if you're not careful, so you really do want a mutant champ here. Otherwise, there is the potential that his tactical charges could be completely out of control and permanent with a Fury buff active, or Fury effect active on him, rather. So other than that, it's just, you know, parry heavy in the first life with Archangel. If the parries don't land, we can always just bait out the heavy and counter it that way. And you can see he's absolutely melting here. 5 neuros, and we're doing almost 20,000 damage per second. He shrugs everything off in second life, which we are anticipating. So we fire off a special 1, we get some good RNG there and get a Neurotoxin active on him, and then baiting out the special 2. And now from here, basic combo into another special 1, and we immediately want to hold block so he doesn't throw his special 1. Willing to take a little bit of block damage here, bait out a heavy, and then one more heavy from us seals the deal. So very safe fight. Rank 5 Archangel is an absolute monster. So here we go. Here I have a spot on 19. This is a 20-second fight with Archangel here. We get some really good RNG starting on the second heavy. That first heavy there didn't really give us anything. 4 bleeds here. Guaranteed poison on the next parry. And you can see just the damage is completely overwhelming here. And we're getting really good luck converting those poisons into neuros. 7 neurotoxins, and there's just too much damage. We just sit back, relax, let him melt. Alright, next up we have a pretty interesting one. This is a Man-Thing on 28 with Buffet. Silk, of course, does not get the precision buff from Dexterity, so she's pretty safe to use. However, Man-Thing does put buffs on his opponent as part of his normal mechanics, so there is a much greater chance, guaranteed chance actually, that he is going to be regenning for a decent part of this fight. And eventually, if you're not careful, he will probably trigger that reinvigorated unblockable node here. So since Silk is a tactic attacker, we are basically immune from the poison as long as we stay aggressive. And again, we're getting those withers on him, and between those and all of her other natural debuffs, we're going to be just fine. We're not going to take any poison damage, and we're going to instead be healing up the entire fight via willpower from the armor breaks and the poisons on us here. So I think I go for the relic here, and then we do the 2 Fury into the special 2. I can't remember if this kills him or not. I think it does. There we go. Nice 46k burst damage. And we finish with a full yellow bar, which brings us to our last fight, another Ascended Rintrah, this time on 41. So we kind of have like a 3 rank disadvantage here. My Silk is only rank 4. This is an Ascended 6-star, so very powerful. Now, a couple things about this fight. With Power Focus 2, he's obviously going to be throwing a lot of special 2s, so I went into this fight assuming that I would be rooted quite a few times. And that's just part of what this fight is, because his special 2 animation is very lengthy here. So I'm just trying not to panic. If we have a bar of power available to break out of the root, that's fine. If not, we can also safely parry if we're not too close to triggering Bubble Shield. We really don't want him to get free hits on us via Bubble Shield here. So the strategy here is really just I'm waiting until my Spirit Gauge is built up, which means I have my Relic available, and then once that point hits, I will be building up to my Special 3 for my mega damage here. So, Silk is a great Rincher counter in general because her basic combos will trigger the slow on him, or when he's near the wall, it'll be paused. However, since Silk is also a tactic attacker this season, she will trigger the slow debuff on any knockdown whatsoever here. So, really good, keeps his mystical charges under control because she's constantly heavying him, and then if we do happen to give him too many of those, we have 2 avenues with which to put a slow debuff on him that'll take care of that. So, alright, my spirit gauge is now full, so I'm going to be building up to my special 3 at this point. And again, it makes it a little bit more complicated if you do get rooted, because you don't want to use your specials at this point. So he's about half dead. This is a minute and a half into the fight, so a very slow fight. A lot of different things kind of have to work together in order for you to finish this one out with Silk. Right there, I forgot about Bubble Shield. Took a couple hits. It's okay because the fight is basically over at this point. So we trigger Root one more time. He has that low power, which is perfect. Going to go into the heavy cancel into the special 3 here. And then once the special 3 is over, I don't even think I do the full 2 combos. I think I get too impatient and go right into like 1 combo and then heavy cancel into the relic. So we probably could have done a little bit more damage here. But I didn't want to push him too far above 2 bars of power, even with Power Focus 2 kind of handling it that way. We've got the max 3 Furies, special 1, and the burst damage finishes him off. So a really, really clean fight, other than a couple hits there from Bubble Shield. But I'll take that all day for a rank 4 against an ascended 6-star rank 5. So once again, we did not win. This was another tie. It came down to time, and we lost maybe by like 200 seconds, like a minute or 2 or whatever it was. So again, what has been a very frustrating season for us continues to get a little worse. So our record has dropped to 3-5. We've now lost 5 in a row, and 5 kills, 0 deaths for me this war. A bit of a light war for me. Anyway, so we'll see what happens in war number 9. Folks, if you enjoyed this, please let me know by hitting that like button. And as always, thank you very much for watching. See you again next time.